Hello guys, Abrar here and I'm back with a ROM review. So the ROM that I'm talking about is based on Wanam Lite version 7.2, which is based on the leak Android 4.3 firmware from Samsung. So to show you guys that this is running Android version 4.3, let's go to about device and there you go, you can see Android version 4.3 Jelly Bean, and it's the ArchiDroid version 1.7. So if you click it in multiple number of times, the developer option will pop up. So that's how you can actually enable developer options. So many people actually told me to review the Wanam Lite ROM, but instead I went with ArchiDroid just because it is based on Wanam Lite's version 7.2. So you are getting all the goodies from the Wanam Lite ROM as well. Plus this ROM comes with Aroma Installer, from where you can customize the ROM while you're flashing it. So that is an added benefit to the users, and it also improves the user experience with the ROM. So that is why I choose ArchiDroid over the Wanam Lite. But still, ArchiDroid or this ROM is based off Wanam Lite, so it's pretty similar. But one major difference is that you have Aroma Installer. So right now I'm going to dive straight into the Aroma Installer and show you all the options that you have. So I've entered the Aroma Installer and I'll show you guys all the features that you can choose while you're flashing this ROM. So from here you can choose the language you want, then you can read the terms of use, and I've already read them before, so you can do that. And from here you choose custom, and from here the kernel will be just one kernel right now, and the stock theme as well. And you can change the DPI as well if you want to. So let's go with 240 DPI, which I like a lot. Then you can choose your launcher from here as well. Let's go with TouchWiz. And from here you can choose which keyboard you want. I'll go with touchpad. And from here you can choose your boot animation. I'll go with the ArchiDroid Legacy. And what else can we do? Let's go and choose the G apps as well. And from here you can choose your ArchiDroid apps, what all you want. I don't need Cool Tool, so you have a lot of options. Again, you can also have inverted Facebook and Messenger installed right here, and ArchiDroid's tweak as well, HD voice and add build.prop tweaks. So again, to show you guys, these are all the apps that you can choose from, and the boot animation and the keyboard and the launcher. So next, and from here you can choose the Xposed modules if you want to. So I'll talk about them in a second after I've booted up. So you can have Wanam Xposed, your X privacy and app settings. I recommend you to have Wanam's Xposed and X privacy, because of having Wanam's Xposed you can actually customize your ROM more after you have flashed it, and you can enable or disable fast redundancy. And from here it's going to be like it's going to ask you if you're just updating the ROM, or if you don't have the ROM and you're installing it for the first time. So you can just hit yes, I don't have ArchiDroid. So it's going to say I've selected the install mode, then hit on flash, and it's going to take some time. So well, I'll be back after it's finished installing, and from there we can begin our review. So guys, I've booted back into the ROM, and to show you guys that there is not much difference between the system UI that is found in the Android 4.2.2 and Android 4.3. It's pretty similar with the tabs that you have in the S4 and the Note 3 as well. So you have a different tabs and different sections. So that's pretty familiar with us, because it was there in Android 4.2.2 leak as well. And even the notification bar is very similar, nothing has changed. And if you have a single swipe, if you pull down the status bar with a single finger, it's going to take you to the notification drawer, and the double finger swipe down is going to take you to your quick settings, from where you can toggle the different modes that you want to. And again, if you are in the notification bar and if you want to go into the quick settings, you can just hit on that button and it's going to take you straight away into the quick settings. Hitting it back takes you to your notification drawer, and hitting that button takes you to the settings menu again that you have just seen, and it's pretty familiar. And even the launcher has not changed, same as found in the Android 4.2.2 leak and also Android 4.1.2. so the launcher remains the same. And you might be thinking, why are the apps so small? That's because I've changed the DPI as I've shown you in the Aroma Installer. So the launcher and even the app drawer is pretty small. So one thing to note is when you change your DPI, some things might not be aligned. For example, the calculator, it's not aligned properly, and even the phone app or the caller app, however you say it, it's not aligned. So I'm pretty sure this will be fixed in the next build, and I can live with this. So if you can live with these things, so then you can change the DPI. Otherwise you can choose the 320 DPI, which is the stock DPI, and everything is going to be everything is going to be aligned properly. But if you are changing the DPI, for example 240 DPI, that's what I have chosen, then you're going to certain things might not be aligned as I've shown. So it's pretty this ROM is pretty similar to Android 4.2.2 leak. Samsung has not changed anything much, but this ROM comes with some additional apps as well that I've shown you in the Aroma Installer that you can choose. And one of the apps I want to talk about in this video is Wanam Xposed, that I actually told that I will be talking about it in after I've booted. So for this app to work, you need to grant super user permission. And in the Aroma Installer, I briefly described this app, and what it does is it lets you customize your phone after you have flashed the ROM. So from here in the notification panel, you can change the typeface family, the typeface style, the clock size, the clock position, the AM/PM style. So show status bar, date, hide a battery. I can even enable the circle battery bar and the battery size. And then you have your 2-line date, single bar count, adjust signal levels, persistent data, hide Wi-Fi in and out, and lots of things like you can hide your smart stay icon, alarm clock. You can even hide your NFC icon. You can change the number of quick setting tiles as well, hide indicator bar, hide text labels, remove gaps between tiles, collapse panel after toggle, disable airplane toggle pop-up. And in notifications, you have hide Wi-Fi notification, hide input method switcher, hide blocking mode notifications. And you can even hide the carrier label and have a custom carrier label. So you are getting all the features that are found in the AOSP ROMs right into a TouchWiz based ROM. And this is not only it, there are many features that there are many things that you can customize that I'll be talking in a few minutes, in a couple of seconds. So that was notification panel. Then you have your lock screen, from where you can hide the carrier label, have a custom carrier label, hide the emergency call button, enable lock screen rotation, have a flashlight settings, your lock screen shortcuts, hide full battery notification, hide wireless charging dialog, turn on screen when unplugged, enable quick pin unlock, and things like that can be found in the lock screen. In sound, you can disable loud volume warning, skip tracks with volume keys, auto expand volume panel, hide headset apps notification, disable camera shutter, and disable boot sound. In system, you can disable scrolling cache, enable 4-way reboot menu as well, that's download, recovery, restart, and fast boot if I'm not wrong. And those are the 4-way reboot menu. You can even have disabled tether provisioning, Wi-Fi app client number, NFC behavior. In browser, you can have add exit button to browser menu, set default browser view to mobile. In camera and gallery, we can even have enable rotation through button, enable camera during call, disable low battery warning. Your multi-window, you can select the multi-window apps you want. You have your launcher, your wallpaper scrolling, hide dock app labels, disable wake home button, and long home key behavior. You can also change that. You also have double home button click action, so you can choose the action that you want, and you can even have a long back kills app. So if you enable that, you will have the whitelist and the whitelist. So that's if you, for certain apps, if you if you long press the back button, that app will not be killed, so you can choose that. So there are a lot of things that, you are getting all the features from the AOSP ROMs out there into a TouchWiz based ROM, and I can also tell you that there are a little more customizations available with the Wanam Xposed that the AOSP ROMs don't have. So in messaging, you can have raise SMS recipient client limit, raise MMS recipient limit, disable SMS to MMS threshold, enable automatic input mode, enable SMS send time details, shows screen on settings. In themes, you can have your battery icon color, your text color, the background color, the clock color, signal icon color, status bar color, clock and date color. Heading in header, you can have your header button color, your button divider color, and brightness slider. You can also have use animated brightness icons, use auto brightness details. Notification panel, you can have the background color for the header, the panel background, the system holder dark background, the system holder light background as well. The notification background color, so to show you guys, you can choose different colors if you want to for all the background colors. And you also have your title bar text color, the title bar background color, and a couple of things like that you can go through. I won't go to through all of them. You can also change the carrier text color that many ROMs don't have. So that's a really cool feature that I found. So there are many other things as well that you can actually go and see for yourself. In security hacks, you can have bypass, exchange security, secure Samsung keyboard, fake system status. This is something cool. That's if you have a rooted device, then your system status will be custom. So if you click on this, then it's going to say official. You can also have disable Knox notifications, video hangouts through cellular. In advanced, you can have your keep my extra CSC features, enable TouchWiz DVFS, that's dynamic voltage and frequency scaling, enable boost mode, and remove ads as well. So that's something really cool. And yep, you can change a lot of things with this app. And for the changes to take place, you need to reboot. But before you reboot, what you need to do is you need to go and first go to Xposed installer and hit on framework, and from here install the framework. It's going to ask you for super user permission, and from here you need to reboot. So once you reboot, then you need to go into your modules and click on the Wanam Xposed, and then reboot again, or you can just choose all the options and then reboot at once. So you don't need to reboot multiple number of times. So once you have checked the Wanam Xposed, then you are then you can reboot and all the changes will take place. Because if you just reboot normally without actually enabling Wanam Xposed in the Xposed framework app, the changes will not take place. So that's one thing to note. So I won't reboot now, so I'll carry on the ROM review. And you can again go and download the different modules as well. So there are tons of modules to choose from, a lot, and I won't go through them. So you can actually go through them if you want to, and some of them are really cool, let me tell you guys that. So you have a lot. for example the X volume and the Xposed status mode for sense ROMs and things like that. So you have different modules for different ROMs as well. For example, you have your Xperia Z1 module as well, so you can download that for your Xperia Z1 and install it. It might and might not work for other devices, so you can try it. And yep, this ROM is pretty light. This ROM is pretty stable with just a few lag issues and a few glitches as well as that I've noticed. But other than that, this ROM's pretty smooth as well. As you can see, no lags when you're scrolling through your home screens or wallpaper, and that's something really cool. But for example, there are some issues like if you hit on the power button, sometimes it does not wake the lock screen. For right now, I'm actually hitting it 3 times already, and it takes time to actually wake the device. For example, now I'll just hit the power button once, and I'll let you see how much time it takes. Sorry, it's not focusing. So that you can see that there is some lag issues, and sorry, I think my camera went blur there. It wasn't cooperating with me, so sorry about that. But as you can see, there are some issues with to wake up your device, it takes some times and things like that, but I'm still okay with it. And there are a few things that you can do to actually fix that problem. For example, you can change the CPU governor to on demand or things like that, so you can do that as well. And anyways, that was this ROM all about. It is pretty cool, actually speaking. And I forgot to show you the touchpad keyboard, how it looks like. So I'll just go and enter message. So this is how the keyboard looks like, and then you have your swipe gestures over here as well, as you can see, and it's one of my favorite features. And this keyboard is pretty light in the sense that it does not take many system resources compared to the stock Samsung keyboards, so that's a plus point as well. So that's why I like touchpad. So now to show you the power of this ROM, I have decided to run a quick benchmark test, and it's going to be Antutu benchmark. So let's test it. The default settings, and this is going to take some time, and after the testing is done, I'll be back and I'll show you all the details and the score as well. So yep, so I'm back, guys, and as you can see that the score is 18,948, and I'll show you the details as well over here, so you can see all the things that you need to know. So this is a pretty good score actually for an S3. As you can see, it's above the stock TouchWiz ROMs. It's much faster than that as well. So yeah, you are going to get a good performance out of this ROM. So I had to tell you that, because this ROM is pretty good actually. And even on the lock screen, you can see that you have your an AOSP kind of a lock screen, and that is pretty neat actually. So that also I wanted to include in this video. And in the Aroma installer, you also have the options to choose your Google apps to be inverted. For example, this, as you can see, it's inverted, and so that means it's going to be black, and it looks pretty neat actually. So you can choose that as well from the Aroma installer, and I actually showed you the options in the Aroma installer as well a couple of minutes ago. So that's all this ROM really has to provide us. It's a true powerhouse, sorry, and has a lot of horsepower in it. And what to say, this ROM is really good, thanks to Wanam for his Wanam Lite, and thanks for Just Archi for adding his additional tweaks and Aroma Installer for us to actually enjoy or make our user experience much better. So that's also pretty good. Thank you Wanam, and thank you Just Archi for this masterpiece. And so that was it. Hope you liked it. I will leave a link in the description from where you can download this ROM. So when you're downloading the ROM, also give a thumbs up to the developer. And so yep, and if you like the video, give a thumbs up to me as well, or like the video, and subscribe to my channel to support my work, and comment down if you have any suggestions or doubts. And you can also follow me on Google+, Twitter and Facebook, so don't forget to do that as well. So this is Abrar Sheikh, and I'm signing out.